Good evening. It's third Friday of the month and the first month of the new year. And it's time for All You Can Eat Improv with Comedy Flops. I'm your host, Creme Fraiche, and we are excited to kick off another year of virtual shows. And this will be a hybrid year for us. We're doing in-person shows again. So if you're in the Ithaca area, be sure to check us out on the second Wednesday at the downstairs as well. Different experiences, both funny, hopefully. You get to decide. Our charity this month that we're supporting is the State Theatre of Ithaca. If you live in the area, you know them well. They bring amazing shows to our community, wonderful old theater, and your support helps them with not only their operations, but also ongoing renovations of this historic space. We love them. They're a great supporter of improv. They have brought in Who's Live from time to time, and so we always have a good time supporting them. If this is your first time seeing an improv show or a virtual improv show, basically we have a set list of games we'll play for you tonight, and that's all we know about the show. Everything else that happens in those games will be entirely made up on the spot from suggestions that you put in the chat. So for our first game that we'll play in a few minutes, we're asking you to give us situations where you'd want to be on good behavior, but you said something you shouldn't have, and that game's called Worst Thing You Can Say. And I see the chat is starting to get populated with those, so thank you very much. So without further ado, let me bring on tonight's cast. It is a dark night. It is a snowy night. You probably can't see the light in the sky of the Moonman, but you should look anyway. It's also a horrible day for athletics, particularly outdoor athletics. So you probably, other than on this stage tonight, won't see Joe Lobb.
Lo pesos, lo pesos.
Okay.
You're right. I don't see him.
He's lost in the fog. Where is he?
Where is he?
Joe Lobb. There he is. All
Yay!
right. The technical difficulties you saw were not the fault of this cast member. They were not Rigamorele's fault. Let's welcome him on the stage.
Hey.
And since it is such a miserable weather night, it's a wonderful night to sit in front of your TV screen, casting, of course, the Comedy Flop show, and having a little bit of popcorn. Tonight, serenading us on the harmonica. Very nice, very nice. So, first game, as I mentioned, is called Worst Thing You Can Say, and I've asked you for suggestions, or we've asked you, because Rigamarole put out the first call, if I'm being honest. Let's see what we have. We got some good ones. All right, well, we're going to do a lot of these. All right, so the first suggestion we have is from our friend Andy. Andy, thank you so much. Worst thing you can say when someone is at the mall looking for a lost child. Worst thing you can say. Do you have a picture? Oh, God, that child's ugly.
I don't know. They weren't my type.
Ma'am, no one's been in this mall since 1995.
This is what happens when you don't follow the leash laws.
It might be worth looking in the Orange Julius machine.
You searched in the ball pit? It's so good that you found me. I actually train cadaver sniffing dogs.
I saw a red balloon over by the storm grate.
You'll float too.
Like that.
You know, you look cute enough so that you and your partner can just make another one anytime.
Okay, good, good. Let's do another one. Do you have one, Riggy?
Nah,
Or
not
did
as
I
good as
just see
that
you-
one.
Okay, we're going on that one. But let's go with, this is from Leathertown Gaming. Thank you much. Worst thing you can say while having dinner with your boss. Gosh, this roast is delicious. And have I mentioned I slept with your spouse? Nice wine.
I'm feeling a little aroused right now. How about you?
Yeah, thanks for letting me rub one out in your bathroom.
Your dog humps my leg here. Can I hump his?
When you called me here, I thought it was to fire me because I haven't done work in 3 weeks. I'm so glad it was just for dinner.
When do we
Was
break
that
out
your
the
kid I
Molly?
saw in the mall?
All right, let's go with another one. This is from Daniel, and it's selling a TV to a customer. Worst thing you can say while selling a TV to a customer.
Boom. So solid that when it falls, it'll snap your leg in two.
Moonman.
Guaranteed to work for at least 3 weeks.
This TV gets all the channels, 2, 6, 8, and UHF.
And for an extra $50, we'll throw in an antenna.
Riggy.
Have you seen Avatar? Yeah, no. None of the colors in that movie show up on this model.
Moon.
Right? Remember those scrambled porn channels you used to try to watch? Every channel looks like that on here.
All right, let's do one more. Let's do, looks like we have Finland in the house tonight. So props to Finland. Welcome. We're going to go with worst thing to say, shopping for a mattress. And that's from Mrs. Gumby. Worst thing to say, shopping for a mattress.
That stain was there before I got on.
Oh, yeah. This baby's gonna fit a lot of cash.
So how about you and me field test this thing?
See, I find the springs get in the way of the corpses. I mean,
All right, let's get another one then. Worst thing you can say when getting a tattoo. Worst thing you can say when getting a tattoo.
oops.
I feel like that was worst thing you could hear while getting a tattoo.
You've done this for hemophiliacs before, right?
I was always the first one eliminated in spelling bees in high school, so don't sweat it.
Quick question. What's your mom's name?
I got nothing. All right, let's try one more. Let's see. Andy will help us finish off with that typical comedy flops class. Let's go with worst thing you can say at a proctology appointment. At a proctology appointment.
Yeah, that's right. Harder, harder, harder.
Hello, 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 hello.
Can you find my hamster?
As long as you're down there, could you do an old friend a favor?
I feel like Ricky's got one. I'm going to call it if he doesn't. Moonman.
You're gonna have to go back. You're gonna have to go back up there. There were 3 of them.
Weren't you wearing a watch?
Is it true what they say about corn?
And scene. Call it on. We're going to end it on that one. Good job. Good job. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is called Magazine. And this will be a game. As most games tonight are going to be everybody playing. It's going to be a comedy free for all here on All You Can Eat Improv. But for this game, it's called Magazine. And each flop is going to represent a different magazine. And we'll get a topic from you, and they will talk about their topic through the lens of their magazine. So what I need from you is to populate the chat with different magazines. Different magazines. Tell us what style you might like to hear a story told in. And while you're doing that, give us any random word that you would like us to use to try and inspire our scene. We'll wait. We know there's a bit of a small lag here. Okay.
So the tension build.
That's right. Okay. So while the suggestions are coming, I will assign the first magazine, and the first magazine is going to go to the Moonman. The Moonman gets a cooking magazine. You can go general on that, or you can pick a favorite cooking magazine of yours if you have one. So
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
That's my favorite.
Yep. All right, and the next one is going to go to Rigamarole. Rigamarole, you get an interior design magazine, decorating, interior design. That's what you're going to get. And let's see, what should we give to Joe, Lobb, and Popcorn? Oh, yes, indeed. Popcorn, you get a celebrity magazine, and you can take it as trashy or not as you want. Celebrity magazine. We need one more for Joe, Lobb, and it kind of it's the National Enquirer, but I feel like that's too close to Popcorn, so we're gonna there it is, Leathertown Gaming with the win. Scholastic Reader, Joe, Lobb. So children's audience. Okay, and those are gonna be our magazines. Let's review. Moon,
Cooking magazine.
yep. Riggy,
Interior design.
Joe, Lobb,
Scholastic Reader.
and Popcorn.
A trashy celebrity magazine.
All right, and the word to inspire you as you tell us your article is going to be violin. Violin will be your word of inspiration, and I will go off the screen, and when it's time to change, I will say your name and you come in. Let's start the scene with, let's hear from the Moonman.
When you're cooking, it's often good to use a little music to set the mood. You want to be in the right frame of mind. And my go-to is, of course, violin music. Anything else is a little too harsh, causes me to slice the vegetables a little too harshly. And I just want my meal to come out in a nice, smooth form. That way it goes down better.
Rigamarole.
A smooth, open concept contrasting against violent strokes of red and white, mirroring the identity of a violin. This, of course, brings us to the dining room of famed composer Bratata Rishtov. He enjoys comfortable seats, ones with large cushions, and a long table so that he could sit at the end and peer longingly at all the food that might be on the other end. You see, he's on a constant diet, and the long table keeps him from grabbing everything in sight. Moving
Popcorn.
on to the kitchen.
We've got this exclusive from the wedding of Benifer last month. Everything was going smoothly. It was a classy affair with a string quartet and all, but things got a little hairy when A-Rod showed up and grabbed a violin and started smashing it in the artichoke dip. Matt Damon was on the scene, though, and he grabbed A-Rod, and the two of them brawled it out, but then Cher came in, making
Joe,
her...
Lobb.
And as we all know, the violin is really the head of the string family. Nominally, they are equal, the violin, the viola, the cello, and the string bass. But don't ask any musician who plays one of those inferior instruments who they really worship, and that's the violin. And it's the first violinist in particular first violinists are known to be somewhat, shall we say, egotistical, because
Rigamarole.
Certainly not an egotist in his kitchen. He likes to play it simple. This, of course, much to the chagrin of his cook, who is there 4 out of the 7 days of the week. The other 3 days, he enjoys visiting his villa down by the sea.
Moonman.
While visiting my villa down by the sea, I like to use freshly caught fish in all of my meals. It seems like such a waste to just turn down that bounty from local fishermen. It's right there. You bring it home, clean it yourself, cook it up, and have a great meal. And today's recipe will be sea bass. You start with 1 freshly cooked sea bass.
Popcorn.
So, last week at the household of Rihanna, we heard some interesting piano music, and we grabbed her for an interview and said, well, since her career has gone in the dumpster, she's looking to learn something new. You heard it here first.
And in fact, the first violinist is used to illustrate our word of the week, and that word is actually 2 words, prima donna. Prima donna comes from the Italian, and it means first lady, but it's used in the arts to refer to someone who thinks that they are sort of a god in their domain.
Rigamarole.
As a god in his domain, he is quite adept at articulating in his design the passion he feels that he puts into his music. Now, of course, this would make sense for someone
Moonman.
who has sold.
This would make sense as it's sold in packs of 10. Now you're going to take one of these onions and you're going to finely dice it. Saute it in a pan with a tablespoon of butter.
Lobb.
And in fact, this carries over not only in the larger orchestra, but in small groups as well. A string quartet.
But sadly, some celebrities have gone to violin strings as a bit of a facelift. Now, see this picture here of Madonna tucking violin strings under her chin. She looks like she's 30 again.
Rigamarole.
Feeling like he's 30 again, of course, in his small playroom, where you typically would entertain small children. His nieces, his nephews.
Entertain small children at this restaurant for the low price of $75.
Lobb.
With its coupon.
And now for the history portion of this lesson, we're going to learn about Stradivarius. Famous.
Stradivarius hung across the entire wall, one after the other, row by row. Be careful not to trip, like I did, where I fell and hit all the strings.
Also falling and hitting all the strings was Melania Trump, who seemed to go on a bender last week, falling down all the stairs in Bedminster.
When you're on a bender, this kind of food will definitely help settle your stomach. The combination of grease and meat with just a hint of bacon flavor.
Briggy.
The bacon flavor in the air is due to these lovely candles, which you can purchase now at Bed Bath & Beyond. I wouldn't. They're kind of gross. Moving on into his bedroom, you'll note there is a small bed, 1 foot by 1 foot, where he lays only his head. Following this, his cat will come in and lick his face for hours and hours, and this is the way he likes it, which is why he only sleeps on the floor. He has a small bedroom.
These magazines suck. Why am I reading this crap? Might as well go back to porn. And that is Magazine. We haven't played that online in a while, so it was kind of fun and weird and interesting. All right. So our next game for you tonight is an all play, as pretty much every game tonight. This game is called Mayor McCheese. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little press conference with Mayor McCheese, played by Popcorn. And yeah, we're going to get suggestions from you in the chat to help us flesh out the game. Mayor McCheese has been on vacation. And, well, something bad happened while Mayor McCheese was away. It was kind of weird bad. And your suggestions will help us figure out what it is. Of course, Popcorn isn't going to know what that is. We'll know, he won't, you'll know. And our questions will give him clues to help answer that. But not only are we going to have something bad happen, no. He's also kind of got to figure out how he's going to fix it once he figures it out, what it was that happened, right? And so we need from you in our chat, what weird thing happened when Mayor McCheese was away, and what unusual way might he employ to make it better? Let's see what you come up with. Now, Popcorn, I'm going to ask you to turn off your sound, and we will tell the audience what the things are. Okay, as we get them. Let's see. All right, what problems is Mayor McCheese encountering? Oh, and they're looking good. Yep. Okay, like that. Got some goods. All right, Flops, I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is none of the waffles have enough syrup.
Oh,
That is a problem.
Yep, that's going to be the problem. None of the waffles in town have enough syrup. And the solution, let's see what we've got. We've got some good ones coming in. We're going to go with, yep, the solution will be to lock all your doors.
Read them out loud as you go. So everybody can know.
Can hear the fun suggestions?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got a suggestion. The one we're going to go with is none of the waffles have enough syrup, but we also got sidewalks are too hot. We lost all the bathrooms. Upcycling is a solution that was offered. I like that. Oh, the main sewer line broke. That's too close to what actually could happen, but I like the visual. Character Bob Ross. We're supposed to get a helper, aren't we?
yes.
Yeah, I forgot that detail. What can I tell you? I'm getting very old. You know, I turned 58 this week, and my brain is starting to go. All right. Well, I'm going to go with Mrs. Gumby's suggestion of Bob Ross. Got solutions of lock all your doors. Wiping your feet before you enter the house. That's a good one. Dr. Phil was suggested. Nice. Oh, this is a good one. Will Smith, but the 90s Will Smith. Solved by Bozo the Clown. Also an excellent suggestion. Yeah, I don't know. Between Bob Ross and Bozo, what do you think?
One of them's not even supposed to be here today.
Okay. Don't know what you mean by that.
Bozo.
Well, since you're the only one advocating Riggy, I'm going to go with it. Okay, so the problem will be none of the waffles have enough syrup. Bozo the Clown will help the problem be solved. And how they're going to solve it is wiping their feet before entering the house.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, so you changed the solution.
Yeah, I did. I was looking through. I was encouraged to read them all really carefully, Fraiche, and sure enough, there was another one I hadn't paid attention to.
Why, hi there.
Mayor
McCheese.
Good to see you.
Where you
Yes,
been?
well, first, clearly, I've been gone for a while, and it seems like tragic things have happened. So I must know the man that seems to be on a crucifix. Yes,
That's just how upset I am, Mayor McCheese. The poor pores. The poorest pores that can't be filled, Mayor McCheese.
And what are the odds that it would happen at Waffle House and IHOP and McDonald's all at the same time? I mean, it's just a black swan, if you want to know.
good Lord, yes, fellow, yes.
Yes. I would like to say this is a sticky situation, Mayor McCheese, but it isn't. And what are you going to do about it?
Well, clearly, it is very important to keep our IHOPs and Waffle Houses and then pancake thrones going. Must put in a little pitch for McDonald's that does serve a full breakfast, thanks to yours truly. But if if they're all closed, we will get them open as soon as possible.
Well, they're open, but eating their food is like a torture now. I mean, it's like peanut butter, only worse.
Hey, McCheese.
Yes, glasses man.
Yeah. But you think we're going to get by on just boysenberry?
Boysenberry, we've run out of syrup. What could we possibly do?
Oh.
Well, Mayor McCheese.
Yes, sir.
The problem isn't necessarily that there isn't enough syrup to cover our flapjacks and our muffins. It's very specifically the other kind.
Oh my God, there's no syrup for the French toast anymore.
Of course there is, man.
It's a more pressing issue.
Yes.
A pressing issue. The pancake squirter's not working either.
You know, you politicians are always flip-flopping on the issues and,
Flip-flopping, indeed. It's the pancake problem.
No.
Yes, young man.
Pancakes. We're really trying to grill you on this. Sometimes vertically, sometimes horizontally, and they open like this.
Oh, toaster cakes. Our
Mayor
toaster
McCheese,
cakes. Yes, sir.
would you just let go of your obsession with pancakes and have some equity in the world?
Waffles! There's no syrup for the waffles!
Yes.
Good Lord. Yes.
The horror of it all!
Mayor
How can we
McCheese,
endure? Well, I have a solution for that. Of
You-
course,
you couldn't
I have a
possibly-
solution for that.
Go.
We have
What's your
questions about
solution,
that.
Mayor McCheese?
We have
Well, my solution is to gather a group of 4 advisors. I'm so glad you're here.
Well, here we are. Yeah.
Yes.
Mayor McCheese.
Any thoughts?
I got a question
Yes,
about
sir.
the solution.
Yes.
Is it necessary that there has to be a doormat available, or can it be done anywhere, like in the grass?
Well, it's very important that you leave your shoes at the front door always in town.
What if you want to keep your shoes on?
Yeah, I have grotty toenails.
Well, then, we will hand out, everyone will get an individualized pair of hospital booties to wear
Ooh.
to help
My
solve our
feet are
waffle problem.
agoraphobic. They can't be out of the shoes.
It'll work.
Must stay in your shoes. So, yes. So come on and wear your shoes of different varieties and solve our waffle problem, sir.
But I don't believe that shoes can come into a house without addressing something. I mean, they they contact the ground, and some of it gets stuck. And I mean,
Yes.
I don't want to live in a yucky house with mud all over the floor.
Well, yes, then you should absolutely wipe your feet before coming in anyone's house.
Yes, that might work.
That's the solution to the waffle outage?
Absolutely.
Indeed it is. Thank you for voting for me.
Yeah, but Mayor McCheese, I'm
Yes?
sorry. I voted for you, but I don't have confidence in your ability to solve this alone.
Well, perhaps my friend the Hamburgerler will join.
Oh, you're being such a
He
clown.
never wipes his feet.
Clown, yes. Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons will be joining us
No.
and helping implement
no.
our waffles. No Krusties, no,
We
sir.
want something with a little less irony. In fact, no
Less-
irony at all.
Less
Old
irony.
school.
A mall clown with a little tear coming from his eyes will assist me in our solutions.
You're being kind of a dunce, or an idiot, or I don't know,
Dunce.
fool.
Idiot. Donald Trump will be joining me to solve this.
We want a
Good
more
guess.
competent clown.
Yeah.
With less makeup.
And maybe the one who starred with Reagan in a
And
movie.
slightly better hair, Mayor McCheese. Slightly better hair.
But still the big shoes.
Oh,
Better
totally.
hair. Ronald McDonald, of course, he'll be joining me. He joins me every day.
He's a
No,
corporate sellout.
Too commercial.
too commercial. I will think back to some of the clowns of my youth. There's
Yes.
yeah, what's his name with the horse and the pony? Um uh no. Geez, who was that?
Well, you do
Bozo the
know
clown.
Yes.
Yes,
The
he could
perfect
help.
helpmate.
So clearly our town is bereft of waffles and their syrup, but we will solve this by wiping our feet at the front door, and my friend Bozo will oversee the process.
I'll vote for you
Brilliant.
next election. You
Brilliant.
got it.
You got my vote, Mayor McCheese.
Thank
You
you.
got
I
my
owe it all
vote.
to my advisors.
All right, that's Mayor McCheese. So our next game is funeral. And so here we're going to do eulogies for Bozo the Clown.
Can you guys not hear this?
Can't hear it, no.
The audience definitely can, and they're probably getting sick of it already.
Well, perhaps we'll have What are you doing over there, Riggy?
I got stuck. You could see my secret pillow.
Oh my God, he's got a secret pillow.
Look at my secret
right.
pillow.
Of course
Oh
he
my
does.
goodness. Of course he does. All right. So, sadly, after resolving the great dearth of syrup for waffles, Bozo the Clown sadly passed away. We're here at the memorial service for one of the greats. And is there anyone who would like to say a few words on behalf of this titan of clowning? Yes, please introduce yourself and share with us.
Yes, I am a member of the Clown Guild as well. My clown name is Nozo, and I would like to speak to Bozo's great contribution that he made to the world of clowning. Like many clowns, he was at bottom a deeply sad person. And his remedy, as with so many sad people, was alcohol. And what he did, his big innovation, that big red nose that he wore, he would fill it up with vodka. And if you notice his performances, every so often he'd slip out of sight. Well, that was to refill the nose with more vodka. And he'd put it on. And as he was clowning, he was inhaling the vodka, and that helped protect him from his sadness. And it worked for him, and I have to say it works for me as well. So I owe a debt to this late, great master of clowning, Bozo.
Would anyone else like to say some words on behalf of the dear departed? Yes, please. Go
Yes,
right ahead.
I am Chasely Racket from the Society for Decency on TV, and I'm actually picketing outside of this funeral because, well,
It's in very poor taste.
people might remember this jovial, happy clown, but I think if you would look back to some earlier episodes, he would occasionally feature little shorts from Mr. Magoo, a tiny little blind man, and terrible things happen to him. And he's created this stigma around blindness and little Asian sidekicks that are haunting people to this day. And not only that, but you recall also in the late 50s, the Marlboro Hour hosted by Bozo the Clown, where he was giving Camel cigarettes to all the young children in the audience. That was just wrong, and I am not here today to celebrate Bozo. I am here to scold him.
I remind everyone that was a very different time when smoking in children was encouraged. Bozo was simply living in the context of his time. Would anyone else like to eulogize our great lost comrade? Yes, please. Yes, it was sad that he choked and you buried Bozo. Wonderful. And then oh, interesting. Nope. And he's exited. Interesting. I believe Bozo's sister is here.
That's
Is
right.
Bozo's...
That's right, I'm here. And I'm here to blow the lid off this whole thing right now, because the truth is, Bozo didn't choke to death. Bozo was poisoned.
Oh,
That's right. One of these fools, one of these clowns, murdered my dear brother. And for what? I know. It was a group effort. The Clowns Guild. He refused to keep selling cigarettes to children. And you all wanted his coveted Bozo crown. Well, I will let you know that I'm not going to let you get away with it. Big clowning doesn't go anywhere without the Bozo family name. And that's my name. I'm the new Bozo around here. I'll see you all in clown hell, which is basically like accounting school.
Grief strikes many people in many different ways.
I'll
as we
strike
all
you in a
know.
bunch of ways.
Could we have security, please?
Get your
it's
hands
just a-
off of me. Ow! Ooh! Ah! Ee! Oh! Ah! Ee! Ah!
Excuse me, I'd like to get her phone number.
Yes, please, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Well, we'd like to ask the pallbearers now to take Bozo's remains and stuff them in the small car, and then everyone get in the small car, and we will drive to the cemetery, but we will stop 4 times in between. We will all get out of the car, run around the car, get back into the car, take Bozo out of the car, parade Bozo around the car, put Bozo back in the car, and we'll do this 4 or 5 times before taking him to the cemetery for his final resting. Thank you. And that is all. And that's funeral. All right, let's get everybody back on the screen. And we're going to play a game now called Want to Add. And how this game works is we're going to get 2 words that start a want to add. And please start putting them in the chat. We've got one already. Thank you, Andy. And we'll make up the rest of the ad based on wherever we want to take it, right? So it'll be silly and weird. So while those suggestions come in, I'll go with the first one we have, and maybe this will give folks a little sense of what we mean here. All right, so the first one ad begins with escort wanted. Escort wanted. Rigamarole.
Escort wanted to bring me through scary alleyway.
Escort wanted. Juggling optional. Lobb.
escort wanted. Must have own syrup for waffles.
Moonman.
Escort wanted. Ford, low mileage.
Riggy.
Escort wanted. Must know freestyle jazz.
Escort wanted. Must have own stilts.
Escort wanted. Must be willing to be the backside of the horse.
All right, let's go with another one. This is from Mrs. Gumby. We have now hiring.
Now hiring. Front half of horse.
Now hiring. Pulses no longer needed.
Go for it.
Now hiring. Minimum wage, you'll take it and like it.
Now hiring. Joke writers. I'm tired.
Now hiring. Ambition optional. All right. Truck tires.
Moonman's
Truck
got a good one, I
tires.
can tell.
Now hiring for later lowering. No funeral experience needed.
That was good. Let's go with truck tires.
Truck tires. That's it. Just wanted you to know.
Truck
Lobb.
tires. Now hiring someone to cut them down into hula hoops.
Moon.
Truck tires me out. Please use alternate route.
Truck tires need someone to scrape off the roadkill.
Under contract. Under contract. The hit will be completed soon.
Under contract. You won't be able to breathe.
Under contract, overworked. Try coming to our company, where you'll do worse at both.
Under contract, but both sides need translation into English.
And finally,
Under contract.
Oh.
Twice divorced. Looking for love.
and that brings us to our final one, looking for love.
Ah.
Looking for love. For my 16-year-old hamster, must be gentle.
Looking for love. We'll pay extra if you're in the wrong place.
Looking for love. Won't find it here, but you will find a new Ford Escort.
And scene. Nice. Good call back there. All right, that brings us to our last game of the first set. We usually do two of them. And I'll mention below us on the screen, you'll see our link to support the State Theater. And if you'd be willing, we'd appreciate a small donation. And we'd appreciate a large donation, but most of us can do moderate donations. But we would love your support in helping to raise a little bit of money for the State Theater. All right, our final game of the first set is called The Birds and the Bees. And this is a game for everybody, but the dad in this game is going to be Popcorn. And
What?
Popcorn's, yeah, surprise. And Popcorn is going to explain to his children, played by the rest of us, how stuff works, right? But he's uncomfortable, and so he's going to use some euphemisms. So what we need from you are hobbies, and he's going to tell us how the birds and the bees might be like those. And we'll have lots and lots of questions, I suspect, for him. So just pop those hobbies in the chat and read some of them out. We'll pick a good one, because Popcorn likes to be challenged.
Indeed.
Indeed. And if we don't get a lot of suggestions, I can also go back up through the chat and find something bizarre, which is always an option, right? But let's see. Let's give folks a minute.
Always takes a moment.
And here they come. Oh, out of the gate, Mrs. Gumby is running hot with taxidermy, truck restoration, geocaching, bird watching. That has some potential. Let me give it eating contests.
Making fudge from Andy.
Making fudge. Take these in a lot of places, folks, I think. All right. Grape squashing, and milking cows from Daniel. Good suggestion, Daniel. That might. All right, Flops, it's between milking cows and taxidermy. Which one would you like to try?
Yeah, I'm thinking cow over
Cow over taxidermy?
live cow over stuffed cow.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure? All right, it's going to be milking cows, Popcorn.
Daddy,
Okay.
Daddy, how was
Yes.
I made? How
Yes.
was I made? I want to know how I was made.
Yeah, me
Oh.
too.
Yes, well,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
tell you all about it. Now, do you remember our cow, Emma, out there? Well, Emma, when we got her, she was just a tiny little girl, and she
Yeah.
grew up with us. Yeah.
And then we ate her. Yeah, I remember.
Yes, and it's true. It's true because there are many species, where babies can be born and then the mothers will then eat their young. That's not true in the cow population. It's probably not true among all humans. So I think you guys are safe. Yeah, Timmy?
Daddy, are you saying that there used to be more of us and Mommy ate them?
Well, you remember the year before your mother had her breast reduction? It's because, similar to Emma, all of you kids were trying to, get your milk from your mom, and, you guys were born with pointy teeth. So that was just a problem. And when we look to Emma out there, rest her little soul and her tasty filet mignons, but yes, that is all very similar to why you all are here. Are you understanding?
No.
You're not? Oh,
Because there was
No,
always this,
yes,
always
Rodney.
a stool.
Pardon?
There was always a stool that had to be dragged out and put back and dragged out and put back. And I never
Yeah.
understood that. I still don't
Yes.
understand that.
Yes, well, there's the four legs of the stool, and each stool represents an important part of the life cycle. So you've got mommies and daddies, or cows and bulls, and then when they meet, interestingly, it's only the cows that will make the milk, and that's why we all need mothers.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, Edgar?
Emma pooped a lot. Does that mean
Yeah.
we were made by poop?
Yeah.
Well, that's where cows and humans are different. Humans poop less. I hope that answers your question.
And yeah, I got
Yes. Yeah, yes, finger in the air.
See, I'm not sure why I had to be part of this discussion because I'm 14. But I guess
Shut up, Terrence.
I'm confused, and I think now you seem to implying that humans aren't born by defecation, but cows are born by defecation.
Well, cows are occasionally born in defecation and they die in defecation, which is the circle of life, or Hakuna Matata, which I believe was phrased by a cow many years ago.
I don't think you know how it happens, Daddy.
No, I do. You see, Rodney over there was born 9 months to the day after that special trip I took with Emma 7 years ago. Yeah,
Emma's Rodney's mother?
you didn't know that? Haven't you noticed the similarities between them?
That about is hairy.
There you go. Yes, Rodney.
Well, I never understood why you always warmed up your hands before you went to milk Emma. I mean, do you have to do that every time? And why?
Well,
Do that
when I
for
warmed
Mommy?
my hands, Emma was more likely to give me some special favors. So it was just a request from her.
Do you warm
you
up
would
your
just-
hands for Mommy too?
Well, once Emma came on the scene, mommy started just spending more time with Mr. Bakersfield next door. Remember Mr. Bakersfield, who has the bull, and we had Emma the cow. And that was how we were hoping to be able to, have pot roast for all of us. But no, it didn't work out that way. Yes.
You told us that your father also had a vestigial tail, but Rodney has a full one.
Yeah.
Is any of this true?
No, none of it is true. In fact, the vestigial tail was just the byproduct of our last family pin the tail on the donkey that went terribly wrong. You know that.
Daddy, this
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand at all how babies are made from milking cows, because it doesn't make any sense, dude.
Okay.
It's all coming back to me.
Yes. I'm sorry, but you do understand that you came here through divine intervention.
I'm
So-
Jesus?
Well, you're not exactly Jesus. There's been another recent round of divine intervention, which has come about by milking cows. There's this one church where everyone comes and milks the cow in hope of the next savior to come.
Wait.
Sounds like a cult to me.
Were we all divine intervention, or just him?
Well, one of you came from Emma.
Yeah,
one of
we
you
got
came
that.
from your mother. The other two were clearly divine intervention. Yes.
So which one of us is divine intervention?
Well, clearly it's who's got the most glow on their face right now. It's really quite obvious. The gentleman with the Christ-like beard.
I always
You're
wondered why
not
you walk across the
divine.
street like
You're
that.
not divine.
Well, we're all special though. You could be, a child of cow milk, or you could, be Emma's child.
Yeah, at least I'm not the Antichrist, David.
Huh. So. Do you have any more questions about why you're here? I hope this really has clarified things.
No. It's the exact opposite. I don't think any of us know why we're here anymore. This doesn't make any sense.
I don't care anymore either, Dad. You know nothing. You're
Well,
a patty head.
I think you need to go ask your mother, but maybe after we have these hamburgers for lunch.
Oh, hamburgers!
Good. Yeah.
Hamburgers. Let's
I'm
go.
the only one who could ask Mom.
We're gonna ask God. Give me a burger.
Medium
Yes.
rare.
Nice. All right, end scene. That got weird, folks. That got weird.
Yeah, I think I
my.
know less now than I did before. Ooh.
I don't think I know anything anymore.
It makes a
Wow.
lot of sense when Dad came to me and said, well, when a man loves a cow.
Yeah, sure. It's true. It's true. Well, this is the part in the program where we're going to take just a brief break, and we'll come back with the second set. For our second set, we're going to play a game called Whose Line? And what we need from you in the chat are things that might start an argument, and or that you might say in an argument. And Riggy and I will play that game, and the Moonman at different times, if he's willing to do it, will feed us a line that we have to incorporate into the scene. And so that, but if you populate them while we're at break, we'll come back and we'll be ready to go. So give us some good ones, and we'll be back in just a couple. And we're back for more. And thanks for being here. We are, again, if you're just tuning in, it would be odd that you tuned in just at that moment, but we're supporting the State Theatre of Ithaca as our January charity. And so right below us is a URL that you can use to support them. And we'd appreciate it if you would. All right, we're going to start off the second set with a game called Whose Line? And this is a game where Riggy and I are going to do a two-person scene. And at different points in the scene, the Moonman's going to call out one of our names, and we quickly have to look at your suggestions of things you might say in an argument and incorporate it into the scene. It'll be weird. It'll be wonderful. And Moon, when you think the scene has run its course, you can, of course, tell us scene.
You want us to go right down the list of the comments? We'll just, the next one that's read. So yep. I read one and then you read one, just like that? Okay. Yeah,
let's do it that way. Yeah, otherwise we'll be trying to hunt and peck.
Right.
And it won't work. We'll just fail, and I don't want to fail, Riggy. Damn it. I want to do a great scene with you, man. Joe Lobb, what non-geographical location is our scene taking place in?
It's taking place in a horseshoe crab milking facility.
Let's do it.
New bunch of crabs in.
Yep. God, these things are hard to milk.
Yep. Time to get to work. Morning stretches in. Okay.
You know, I think they'd like it better if you just got to work. Jesus
Riggy.
Christ.
This wouldn't be a problem if you stopped eating all the grapes.
So you're stretching and slacking off because I ate the grapes. Great.
Well, I wouldn't be all cramped up if they were still my grapes were all in the meeting room.
Would you just grab a horseshoe crab and start freaking milking?
I will milk when I'm not cramping anymore.
I'm fresh.
That isn't what Mrs. Montgomery told me.
What'd she tell you then?
She said you have all these protein powders in the back. You make yourself a little smoothie every day. You have no deficiency of any biological nature.
It's not about deficiency.
No, you're just milking it to not milk it.
It's in my head, man. Okay? If I don't have grapes, I feel sore. It was something from my childhood, all right? Always had grapes, never got sore.
Creme fraiche.
Stop farting in the kitchen. Jeez, man.
I would stop farting in the kitchen if I had the grapes necessary to help me with my biological functions.
Fine. I will leave you some grapes the next time. Would you pick up a horseshoe crab and start milking for God's sake?
Riggy.
There's plenty more fish in the sea.
Well, technically horseshoe crabs, and yes, you put them in here. Pick one up. Good God.
I'm saying there's plenty more people to go ahead and milk horseshoe crabs like you. I'm a dreamer, man. I'm a dreamer. I'm a thinker. I don't need to milk. I gotta think, you know? I gotta save my energy for thinking.
Honest to God, you are the biggest slacker I've ever known. And, you know, I'd love to give you a piece of my mind.
Riggy.
No. Fudge does not taste like dreams.
Duh! No kidding. Never said it did. I said you were lazy. I didn't say fudge tasted like dreams.
You got poor tactic here. Let me help. See, I'm the thinker. I'm saying I'm
Please,
lazy. I'm gonna help.
Yeah,
okay.
No, please. Here's the horseshoe crab.
No. You keep your hands on it. You keep your hands. You keep milking. I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Index finger and thumb. No. Index finger and pinky.
What? Oh, for God's sake.
Yep. That's the motion you need to do.
It's giving me cramps. Robert Downey Jr. was the worst Sherlock, and I know you got this move watching the worst Sherlock movie. I'm sorry. Benedict Cumberbatch. Not doing this stupid pinky thumb thing.
Benedict Cumberbatch? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I'll take Robert Downey Jr. over Benedict Cumberbatch any day.
Of course you would.
Because
Yeah.
the Sherlock is a character study, not a murder mystery. There's no mystery in that. It's just he shows up and he says, that's what it. No, black and white Sherlock Holmes is the best one, and that's where I learned this technique. It's in the one about the serpent in the vents.
Creme Fraiche.
Well, thank the big old fish stick in the sky for that, Riggy. Jesus.
Yes. All hail the golden stick. That's who we're serving here. You have to serve the stick. Every day I think about that. I think about how the stick in the sky wants me to be a thinker, and it wants you to be a milker. That's why he gave me the stick in the sky, blessed me with such a mind, such a golden mind.
Well, please, Golden Mind, please impart your wisdom to us then.
Riggy.
How we can improve this operation.
Let's see. I was mad you kissed her at all.
Scene.
Thank you for those excellent suggestions. I mean, honest to God, there were so many good ones.
Water is too spicy for me. That's a good one. I might be allergic to you.
Yep. Stop borrowing my undies, you prawn.
I feel like I'm trying to build a house out of dust bunnies.
I smell a dead animal, which would be, well, no, we wouldn't be. They were alive when we were milking them. So
I'd hope so.
I hope so too. Yeah. So our next game is once again an all play. It's called Freeze, and how this game works is two flops will start a two-person scene, and I will give them a suggestion from the abundance of wonderful things that you gave us for the last game. At any point, those of us that are off screen can clap our hands, say freeze. We'll verbally tap someone out by saying their name. We will enter the scene and build an entirely new scene. It is possible that at some point we'll have something going that we just want to keep going, and we might add ourselves to it and build a more longer form wild scene. Who knows? But let's start off with Joe, Lobb, and the Moonman to start our scene, and everybody else will go off camera. And to get you inspired, well, there's so many good things.
Well, what are some of them?
Poodles are the superior creature, I think is what's going to inspire your scene. Poodles are the superior creature.
Yeah, I bought this this thing you call the dog here a couple days ago. I'd like to trade up to a poodle.
Oh, I'm afraid you're going to need a few more dogs to trade up to a poodle. The perfect pet.
Yeah, I know. How many dogs, or would you accept cash substitute?
It's just dogs only here.
Dogs only, okay.
It's one of any kind plus a mixed husky breed.
Oh boy.
At least 3 short ones. You know, they can be Chihuahuas or Corgis. Any sort of mix will do, as long as they're less than.
Freeze. Joe Lobb. No. If you're going to vogue, it starts the other way. Like this.
The other.
And then this.
And then
this. And then this.
this.
Try it again. Let me see it. Let me see it again.
Right, so it's pedal the bike,
Yes, pedal the bike, pedal the bike.
headphones.
Yes. Headphones. One more time. Now let's see it all together. Pedal the bike.
Pedal, headphones.
Yes, that's it.
All right,
Now.
so I'm ready to do this in the club.
Freeze. Moonman. I think this might be your vase. I think that
Ooh,
one might be mine.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Here you go. Yeah.
Okay, I had something in here, in mine.
Oh. No, mine's empty. I did. What did you have?
Well, I had ashes. I had ashes in mine.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Did
Oh,
you?
I am so embarrassed. I thought. Oh gosh. I hope it wasn't someone important to you. Oh, it must have been someone important. See, we use our vase as a spice jar, and my wife, I asked her to give it to me when I was cooking my Spanish rice. Oh, I am so sorry, but oh my God, but the rice was delicious.
Um,
Oh, really good.
you have any? You have any left over? Or-
Yeah, you want some? Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm not.
Here you go.
I'm not gonna say no.
No, you shouldn't. No,
Thank you.
They would want it that way. I'm sure they would want it that way.
Here, I'll.
Praise, Riggy. So,
Yeah.
Doctor, I purchased this pet today, and you said it was a poodle, and I brought it home, and all my children are telling me that it's some sort of a squirrel.
Well, when in fairness, Robert, I didn't say it was a poodle. I said it was poodle-ish, poodle-ish. So
Ish.
it has fur. It has fur, right? It has a heartbeat.
Yes,
Four
it
legs.
does. It has fur and it has rabies. And the reason I went to get a poodle isn't to give my children rabies.
Freeze, creme fraiche. And if you notice my nose, you can see what the work has to be. You know, it's just, I mean, it's a honker. It's got to be carved down somehow.
So a little bit off the sides and a whole lot off the bottom there, correct?
Yeah, but I want you to do it in such a way that it looks like I was born with it that way. I don't want people, when I walk down the street, I don't want to hear people saying, he's had some work done, he's had some work done. Just let it.
So tell me, if there's a celebrity with the perfect nose, which one would you want?
God, I hadn't thought about that.
Cher?
Well, making allowance for the difference in size. I mean, she's only about 4'6" or so. So if you gave me a Cher nose, it would be out of proportion. But if you sort of expand that to my 6 foot height, that might work.
So a Cher, like 130% of a Cher nose would go with you.
Yeah, something like that.
I tell you now, how do you feel about the different products available to make a nose? We have cadaver noses.
None of that. I don't want dead people on my face.
Okay, so you would like something more made of a
Freeze.
marzipan.
Freeze. Andrew, popcorn. So I can keep slicing this ham all day, but you got to tell me how much ham you want here.
That's good right there. That looks like about what, 1.5 pounds?
Now let's put it on the scale.
Okay.
1.25 pounds. Now.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I get you anything else?
How about some Gouda cheese to go with this ham?
Ah, that's a good choice. You see what I did there?
You're a funny guy.
Hey, but you look like a guy
you've had enough.
Oh, the safety inspector's here.
Jeez.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing?
I see you got a line out the door here.
Yeah, it's a good thing for business.
You know, when you leave the door open like this,
Yeah.
it's a safety violation.
What?
Well, how are people gonna get in the store there, Ralph, if I don't open the door for them?
Is your door not open and closed? Sir, when you came in, was this line behind you?
No, I was at the back of the line. There's about 7 people in front of me. And then
all very satisfied, I might add.
Yeah, this guy runs a good business.
Thank
In
you,
all
Tommy. Thank you.
respects.
A good business.
A Gouda business.
Different than a clean business, isn't it?
Hey.
He's too
Come
busy
on.
slicing meat to clean. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, you're too stressed. Here. Have some pastrami.
How old is that?
Fresh sliced this morning.
Fresh sliced this morning, but packaged on what day?
Well, this morning, today. Today, it's Gouda.
No, it's pastrami.
I know.
Exactly what I thought.
Yeah, pastrami.
This came from a
Okay,
pig.
you licked it. You got to eat it.
This came from a pig in Idaho. You know, Idaho has a recall on pastrami right now.
Well, who's to say if it was Idaho or Kansas? Come on, come on.
Sir, what'd you buy today?
I bought some ham and I was in
Yeah.
the middle of buying some Gouda cheese when you rudely came in and interrupted our business transaction. I don't know how much I owe him.
Whip it out.
I beg your pardon.
The ham.
Excuse me?
Whip out your ham.
Never heard it called that before, but okay.
No. What you bought? What you bought from the store?
Oh, I didn't buy this from. Yeah, okay. Here you go.
Okay.
This is what I bought.
Yep.
You call yourself a safety inspector?
Some people just take life too seriously, you know?
Honest to God, this guy needs to relax. Here, do you want a glass of horseshoe milk?
Horseshoe
Got
milk?
some horseshoe crab milk here. Here. Chill, man. Chill.
This is grade A, genuine
Yes.
horse crab milk.
Yes.
Get on the ground! This is illegal in this state.
All right. We don't want any trouble. We don't want any trouble.
That's right. Federal safety inspector. I brought the gun myself. This isn't standard issue, but you are under arrest.
God damn it.
Me too?
No. Well, yeah. I don't like the way you look. You look unsafe. Both of you behind the counter. The rest of you.
All right.
Any of you got anything to say for yourselves?
I do actually. This is a robbery.
Oh. Hey,
Take the ham. Take the
Billy,
cheese.
thank
The
you.
ham.
There, take my
Billy,
gun.
I always told your mother you're a good boy.
Excuse
Yeah.
me. Excuse me. Do you have Knishes here?
Take a number. I'm robbing the place.
Oh, wait. I was sent here to get a Knish. I was sent here to get a Kasha Knish. You got Kasha Knishes?
No, we're an Italian deli, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you gnocchi. It's delicious. You'll love it.
I'll take some gnocchi and some gabagool, please.
Okay,
Thank
yeah.
you.
But listen, I've got to take care of him first. Here, listen, Billy, thank you for robbing us at a very opportune time. Here, take the cash bag.
All right.
Don't take the ham. It's from Idaho.
Ah, come on, have some ham.
I'm fine with the ham. I'll see you next Friday.
All right. Tell your mama I said hello.
This day has gone so sideways. I'm just going to go home and get drunk.
Yeah.
I'll take
So,
a case of this to go.
All right.
Thanks.
The small businessman is always getting screwed.
And see.
All right, that was freeze. That morphed into something weird, and I loved it. All right, so for our next game, we're going to construct some limericks for you. This is one of Joe Lobb's favorite games. And so we all know limericks, right? There once was a man from blah, 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 blah. So how we're going to do this is we're going to go down the line. We will each contribute to a limerick. So we need an order, and this will be the order. Typing it in the chat for them so they can see.
We've already got suggestions rolling in.
I know, and they're good ones. So let's see. We'll just,
Andy made one for us already.
Thank you,
rock,
Andy.
frock. Yep, thanks, Andy.
Yeah,
Done with that one.
Thing. let's pick one of them. Let's pick sock to start with. We'll pick Andy's first one, and Riggy, it's going to start with you.
Everybody try to make it work with Andy's 3 words.
Okay.
You gave me sock.
I gave you sock.
Okay. I can't help but look for my sock.
It was down my pants near my cock.
I shouldn't have done that.
It felt funny when I sat.
As that sock is a real cock block.
All right, very nice. I'll do the next one, and I will go with biscuit. Damn, that was a mighty fine biscuit.
I ate it and then I fist it.
I made it myself.
Wasn't made by an elf.
If it was, I would have a hiss fit.
There it is. Riggy, bringing it home. Mic drop. All right, Popcorn, you got chunky.
That cat next door seems chunky.
So much more so than me.
I don't want to get fat.
Look like a big rat.
And worse, he smells really funky. All right, Moonman, you've got nausea.
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 One time I had a bad case of nausea.
My stomach said, you gotta pause you.
Nice.
Here comes vertigo.
And up I will throw.
But when you think we all got some flaws, yeah.
All right, nice. All right, let's see. Joe Lobb, I think it's you, and your word is whip.
Whip. Okay.
Notice I used the received H there.
Okay. She asked me to take out my whip.
I responded with quite a quip.
A tongue lashing she got.
And followed with shot.
Boy, what a fun family trip.
All right, we've got a few more suggestions. Let's do a couple more. All right, Riggy, it's back to you.
That's me.
With sushi. You got sushi.
Sushi. I like raw fish in my sushi.
After I've eaten it, I feel a little whooshy.
The fish are all dead.
At least that's what they said.
Of course, I bought it at a store labeled Gucci.
Yes, there it is. All right, and I have, thanks, I have sauerkraut. All right. No hot dog is dressed without sauerkraut.
When it's bad, you can use it as bathroom grout.
Fill in the cracks.
Except the one on your back.
And the smell will make you dour, no doubt.
All right. All right, Popcorn, you've got pencil.
In good time, I'll need my pencil.
That I'll use with my favorite stencil.
My wall needs decor.
And so does my floor.
It must be strong with strength measured in tensils. All right, Moon, you've got test.
Test. This morning I failed my drug test.
There were drugs all over my vest.
I'll certainly be fired.
And never rehired.
And fly off to live in a nest.
And the final one is to Joe Lobb, and it's kosher.
I only eat foods that are kosher.
I know it's delicious. Faux show.
My rabbi approves.
My bowels, they moves.
And when there's no bathroom, I say, "Oh no, sir."
And that's Limerick. Limerick, nice job. Nice suggestions. Thank you, everybody, for those excellent suggestions. So we're going to play a game now called Foreign Movie Dub. And what we need from you are suggestions for a movie title, maybe a movie that should never be made. We're going to see a scene from it. And this will be a game for, well, everybody but me. And so Popcorn and Rigamarole will act the film, but because it's in a different language, it will have to be dubbed. And the dubbers will be Joe Lobb and the Moonman. Joe Lobb, you'll be dubbing for Riggy, and Moon, you'll be dubbing for Popcorn. And let's see what suggestions we might be getting here for films that should never be made. I feel like we need waiting music for this, right? We'll have to record something.
See, we just fill the time with
with our nonsense.
Has anybody seen a good movie lately?
Well, it's kind of a sad thing to bring that up today since Regal just closed in Ithaca.
It did? Ithaca's one of the ones they're closing?
Yes.
You know, we still got...
boom. We got Cinemapolis, which
we got
I
Cinemapolis, baby.
Let's give a little shout out to Cinemapolis.
Yeah.
Yay. All right.
Stop in and grab popcorn on your way through, gang. They sell it. You don't have to go in and buy a ticket to get popcorn.
Yeah, their corn's good too. All right, so we have two suggestions, and I'm going to let you guys decide. We have from Leathertown Gaming, Midnight Waffle House, or from Mrs. Gumby, we have the Plastic Grenade. Midnight Waffle House or the Plastic Grenade.
Waffles.
Okay. Show of hands for waffles. Okay, it's waffles. Your film is going to be Midnight Waffle House, and let's see that movie.
Gotta do something to make these waffles moist.
Well, you're going to get them too moist.
No such thing. With syrup.
Oh, that's not true. I've had it three times. I got them way too wet.
Yeah. Okay. Although Mayor McCheese said we could pour as much waffle syrup on our waffles as we wanted, as long as we wiped our feet on the doors. And I did wipe my feet on the doormat.
That's not a doormat. That was my coat. I dropped it when I walked in. I'm too lazy to hang the damn thing up. You know how I like to get straight to work? Otherwise, I'm just going to blow my brains out because I can't stand working here. I got to get to work. Otherwise, I'm just going to go nuts.
Whoa,
I'm going to take this whole place out.
Chill. Why don't you have a nice waffle with maybe some syrup on it? Not too much. And that'll make you feel better.
Well, it might make me feel a little better if I put some drugs on it. Do you have anything? Are you holding? You packing? I can check for you.
Fresh out. You should have caught me at 6 o'clock this morning. I was loaded with stuff, but that's all in the past. Maybe some tea to go with that waffle.
Oh, I'd take some tea. I like to use that. I bathe in it, actually. You shake it up, spread it all around, let it soak in.
So
why drink it?
So that explains your glowing skin texture. I wish I could have that. What brand tea do you use, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Sometimes I just grab random weeds outside and make tea out of them. I mean, who cares if it's supposed to be poisonous? You just start yanking them out of the ground till you got a good old pile, throw them in the bathtub, and then steep.
Well, I don't want to work too hard at this. I mean, I'd like to have some... Can you tell me which weeds are easiest to pull? Then I'll get right out there and if you'd like, I can share a bath with you.
Oh, I'd like that very much. I get lonely in there. You know, I've got this huge rubber ducky. It's as big as my head, and that's all the company I get. I ride it
Oh,
around in there. It's kind of interesting. We could have a rodeo in there if you don't mind.
fine. Yeah, it's rubber dub dub, three men in a tub, but there's no reason why one of them can't be a rubber duck. Yeah. Does it go whack whack when you squeeze him?
Yeah, usually with your hands, but if you're talented, you can make it happen with your thighs. And you just got to get in the right part. You just
Okay.
flop them around, slather on some body soap. That it helps things. You just taste it, make sure you got enough. If it doesn't taste good, it's the wrong kind.
Okay.
I've eaten a lot of bath water in my day. It can be bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I got the drain plug.
Oh, that's bad news. Here, let me give you the Heimlich.
The Heimlich. Let me bend forward.
Spit out that plug, baby.
Oh, that's good. That feels good. This is the most contact I've had in a while. Yes. I'm cheering.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, look, I didn't come here to talk about your personal life. I just want to get clean and have a good taste experience while I'm at it. Yeah, I'm told that armpit flavor is really good with tea.
Not really. I think you're just out of your league here, kid. I think I got to do this alone. You got to get the hell out of here. You're driving me nuts. I got to go into the walk-in cooler. I got to cool down. I'm gonna get naked in there. You handle things out here.
Okay, but look to get
And
on social media.
scene. Always close on nudity. Always close on nudity.
Always start on nudity, always end on nudity. Nude the whole way
Right.
through is my policy.
Well, sure. I mean, we saw some skin in that scene. Mm-hmm.
I would venture to say, it's a bold statement, we've seen skin this entire show.
Ooh, that's bold words indeed, Rigamarole. Yep. So brings us to our last game, and we're gonna end close on time tonight. Shocking. It's good because I'm hungry. So our last game is called Good Advice, Bad Advice, Worst Advice, and this is where you get to ask us questions about anything you want, and we, being well-rounded in so many topics, will give you advice in pairs of three, in threes. First bit of advice you're going to get is pretty good advice. Second bit is not going to be good advice. And the third piece of advice is, well, gosh, it's just going to be pretty horrific, right? And you pick whatever one you want, but we're not responsible if you act on our advice. We put a full disclaimer on that. And so I know you all have problems. You're watching our show on a Friday night. You must have problems, right? Yep, I knew it. And here they come in. So we'll take the first one, but keep populating. Here we go. All right. So Leathertown Gaming, folks, and we'll use the same order to start that we used for Limerick. Riggy, so you'll get the first one. And Leathertown Gaming wants to know, as a first-time home buyer, what tips do we have for choosing a good realtor?
Yeah, fairly simple. Typically, realtors will have a website or word of mouth usually gets around. But on their website, you're looking for good reviews, which is something that they may have on their website that they control, that they're like, oh, only put the good ones on here. But Google reviews, they can't control those ones. So you're looking for ones like, realtor was great, help me out, really detailed ones, give special stories and whatnot. And the ones you want to avoid are, realtor kept coming over even after we bought the house. Realtor stunk up the bathroom every time he came over to our house. Realtor has dinner with us 3 times a week. We've asked him to stop, but he just keeps coming. Those are the ones you want to avoid.
Yeah, I guess. But Riggy, I think you're missing just a couple of things here. So realtor uses the bathroom. Well, great. Your realtor is actually being really conscientious and checking the plumbing system. And if the plumbing system can't handle it, guess what? that house is going to be a whole bunch of problems. And so I really think reviews, even on Google sites can be fake. I think what you want to do is know the character of your realtor. So I would say, go to your realtor's house, get a pair of binoculars, and peep in and see how your realtor treats their family. They treat their mom nice, or their spouse nice, or their kids nice. This is probably somebody you could do business with.
You guys are looking at this all wrong. You're considering realtors, as these people responsible for, getting you a house. But everyone knows these days more people are, moving out because they're preparing for the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And what you need to consider is you need the realtor with the most meat on their bones, because we're going to be running out of food and you're going to need to, feast on that realtor for at least 2 or 3 months.
I hadn't considered that. You make a fair point. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, Andy has a question for us. Leveraging our travel expertise, Moonman, Andy wants to know, where should I go on vacation?
That is a tough call. I would say, if you want to keep things simple, pick a country where any language you happen to speak is a common language. That will save you a lot of time. And a lot of trouble. I mean, that's just one of the simple shortcuts. Because if you have to learn a language going in, you already have to learn the money and customs and laws, everything else. Just keep things simple. Pick a country where you can interact with pretty much anyone easily, and the rest will be a breeze from there.
Well, that doesn't really consider the reason that people take vacations, and that's to break their routine. So you don't want to go to some place like Canada or Denmark. I mean, nothing is going on in those places. Boring, boring, boring. You want to pick a place where there's enough conflict that you can get some excitement. And then you are the only one who can judge what that is. Now, Ukraine these days might be too much for most people. But maybe the Congo, where it's all sporadic and, sometimes there's civil wars and sometimes there isn't. Maybe Lebanon might be a good choice. Syria might be a bit too much. But only you can judge that. You figure out the level of excitement you want on your vacation, and then you just get your tickets and go there.
Hey, Ricky. No, Ricky says
Hi.
no.
Are you having trouble determining where you want to go on your vacation this year? Come on down to Riggy's former hitman school, now travel agency. Ba-da-da-da. Yes,
Hooray.
you don't have to decide where you're going this vacation, because we have a complicated series of dead drops around town that we've located and identified that are attached to different criminal families from different countries. Looking to go down south? How about the cartel? We'll tick them off. You'll tick them off. We'll just take the money, and you'll head on down, and for free. They'll pick you up for free and bring you down, and you'll have a full expenses vacation. You wanna go to Italy? Hey, the mob, we could tick them up, send you off to Italy. It'll be great. Believe you. Believe you. Believe me, you. Believe you, me. That's our slogan. Believe you, me. Believe me, you. You're gonna have a wonderful free vacation on the cartel's dime.
Ooh.
I hope you like
excited.
bread and water in a bucket.
Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. I may sign up for this myself.
Good. Go to www.riggyhitmanschool.com.
Nice. Well, we have more questions. This is I guess this is one for me to start. How do I choose the right landscaper to make my topiaries? And Mrs. Gumby, I guess, is expanding into some new things, little home improvement. I would say, of course, start by looking at online reviews, but as we heard in an answer to another question, don't take those on face value. But I would actually say look for the folks online who have good reviews, reach out to them, but then ask to talk to people that they've done work for, right? You know, vet their work. If you can go over and actually see the work, that's good too, right? Because anybody can say anything, so go actually see, you know, where the topiary is pleasing. If so, you've probably found your person.
That seems good, but I've got some inside information here, okay?
All right.
We all know that the biggest problem with landscaping these days is intrusion from animals and birds and insects and the like. So when you're going to look for a landscaper, you need to find the ones that use the most insecticides and the most, I would say, sign up someone to spray your yard with Agent Orange and your plants are going to be fine.
He went to a secret room.
It was a secret.
Moon, what do you think?
I'm thinking it's a lot of work, a lot of chemicals. That's a lot of work. What you're looking for is really an affordable landscaper. So you're really looking for somebody with some bodies to hide. I mean, if you want some landscaping that's built to last, get somebody to toss a couple bodies under there. They're going to throw down some concrete on top and then build up from there. I mean, that's going to last. And you can definitely get a discount. You don't say a word, yeah, you get some cheap work done.
Interesting. Takes care of several problems at once. I like that. I like the creativity in that. Let's see. Kind of a nice, sentimental one. This is for Joe Lobb. Leathertown Gaming wants to know how to get in touch with an old friend.
Well, you're in luck to be living in the time that you are, because back in the old days, you'd have to hire a detective or start pulling through government records. Here, everything is online. Find out what the commonalities between you and this old friend are. If you went to the same school, if you were a member of the same club, and they all have archives, they all have records. You could probably find just about anybody with, maybe 1 or 2 hours of work, if that. So fire up that computer and start looking.
Well, okay. I think you missed the point of the question. And I think the point of the question is that in the now COVID era that we live in, where people are uncomfortable being touched, it's hard to touch your old friends. They don't want you touching them anymore. They're not comfortable with it. So my suggestion to you is learn to be sneaky. And when you're getting kind of close to them and you think you might be able to, you just do a little quick tap, okay, and see how that goes. They might get annoyed. They might be like, oh, that was kind of weird. They might not recognize you underneath the mask. They might be like, oh, who's that touching me? Don't let that be off-putting for you. It's off-putting for them. But a full hand touch, you want to go with that? It's a run and gun. It's in, out. That's how you get in touch with old friends.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But I want to challenge the whole premise of this. See, what's happened is you've gotten old and you've gotten sentimental. And in getting old and sentimental, the bad memories have faded, right? You remember high school and you think, oh God, it was so nice. Everybody was so much fun. We were so young and alive. And what you've forgotten about the whole experience is that high school sucked, right? It sucked. School sucked, right? People were catty and mean and, had attitudes. You were probably bullied by this person that you were thinking about, like, oh, they were my best bud. No, they weren't. They were walking down the hall giving you flats and giving you wedgies, swirlies, all the things that have given you decades of neuroses to unwind, right? So there's no reason to even bother. They're not your friend unless your purpose is to stalk them and make them pay. Now, if that's true, then I would suggest go with the advice that Joe Lobb offered, right? Do that. Take a suggestion from Rigamarole, but make sure when you touch them, they don't get back up. That's how you get in touch with an old friend.
Comedy Flops does not endorse violence of any kind.
That's right. All right.
It's funny.
And that, my friends, brings us to the end of our show.
The whole 10 minutes left.
Well, sometimes we usually go like 20 minutes over, so I'm going to call it good. So, a couple of shameless plugs, right? We will have our next in-person show on the second Wednesday of February at the Downstairs in Ithaca, 7 p.m. We'll be back here in Zoomland on our YouTube and Twitch channels the third Friday of February. But a couple of flops are also in some productions. You guys want to, I guess, yeah, Joe Lobb and Popcorn are in some productions along with Camel Treasures not here tonight. Do you want to do any shameless plugs?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Would you tell folks what you're up to?
We are up to no good in Trumansburg with Encore Players. The show is called Almost Maine, and it's a look at the denizens of that far-flung northern state. It's family friendly. What else can I say? It's the last weekend in February. It's Thursday,
Yes,
Friday,
the dates
Saturday,
are
Sunday.
important.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't know the curtain time, but I assume it's either at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And
Yeah,
it will-
it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights.
yes, it's in
that week.
Arts
4
Conservatory
shows.
in Trumansburg.
Yes,
family
4
friendly.
shows, 3 flops.
Yes.
It's
It's family
It's-
friendly except for the 2 a.m. slot. And let me tell you, you're not going to want to miss
Oh,
the
yeah.
2 a.m. slot.
well,
Well, you know,
Enrique,
it's that
you've been in this play, haven't you? Before,
Oh,
not
yeah.
this
We
production,
did,
but
yeah, we did a 2 a.m. one.
yep.
Mhm.
Nice.
Almost Maine, the dark side.
Excellent.
Come
Excellent.
see us.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
check
these
out.
guys are great. Their
They
last
are
one,
great.
I saw the last one. They're pretty great.
Yeah, they are. No doubt about it. So you never know where you're going to find a flop here around town. If you haven't yet contributed to our fundraiser for the State Theater, we hope you'll do so. I'll keep saying that until we go off camera. Please do that and let us show them a little bit of love so that we can keep arts going in Ithaca and everywhere that we can. Thanks for being here. Cass, great show. Thanks for doing what you do, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Stay warm.
What if I just let you guys do this? I just we
all
never
right,
went
yeah,
out.
just-
You guys just keep waving, and
This is the show.
I'll go have a
that
drink.
never
That's how the
ends.
Hollywood Squares ended every
Yeah.
week.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, that's magical.
I'm
Do-do-do-do-do.
kind of in Rosemary's Fox.
Good.